my God, we're back. Oh my God, we're back, guys. I'm so excited to talk to you. I haven't spoken to this podcast in 2 months. I'm the worst, actually. The worst of all time. Like, genuinely. But I have so much to update you guys on. Like, I don't even know. These last 2 months have gone by so fucking quickly, and so much has happened to me in the last 2 months that I have them written down, like, little things that I want to talk about today. So we're going to get into it. But holy shit, 2 months. Okay, it's now March 12th. I'm sick. It's springtime. Yesterday, it was so warm outside. Also, we're just going to get the elephant out of the room. I have a gluten-free Japanese barbecue sauce stain on my arm, and we're just going to have to ignore that for the remainder of this video because I want to keep the sweatshirt on. Okay, so, yeah, yesterday was so nice. I went and walked around the city. It was just great. Like, my mental health right now is very good. For fucking once, actually. When was the last time that you've ever heard me say that? Probably never. When was the last time I've said that? 4th grade? I don't know. Okay, so last time you saw me, this is pre-Ashley Trevino lore, I'm pretty sure. The fact that me talking about Ash Trevino was like my claim to fame and just shot me up on the charts on TikTok literally makes me sick to my stomach. Like, what the fuck was that era? And immediately I shut that shit down because I, number one, don't give a fuck. Actually, let's talk about what happened when that all happened. That was in December. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, maybe I posted a podcast after that. I don't know. Let me look actually on my YouTube because I don't even know what timeline I'm actually talking about right now. I never know what I'm talking about. The last time I posted an episode was 2 months ago, which was February, January. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I had talked about her. I don't fucking know. Whatever, doesn't matter. I don't know how that happened. I literally just posted like a recap of what I was seeing. This is before she was like kind of like popular, I guess, and it got 14 million views. And then every single day people were like, more, we want more. And at first I was really into it because I was like, yeah, this bitch is crazy. And then it's dragged. It is dragged so far now, and she's still on the app. Last I saw was her getting finger blasted by a 23-year-old boy in her bed on live while her daughter was watching. Yeah. So imagine my shock. I don't want to report that anymore, to be honest. Like, the fuck? I can't even take it. She's just, like, the world's laughing stock right now, and thank you for the, like, follow, I guess, but if you like the way I tell stories, then stick around. I kind of am always running my mouth, you know what I mean? Like, not only about her, I'm always chatting, so stay along for the ride, I guess. And I think the last time I talked to you was before the TikTok ban, too. What the fuck? So yeah, when did the TikTok ban happen? Yeah, that was January. It was probably before. I probably posted that before. I cannot believe that happened. And it's still up in the air. April 5th, it's like pretty much going to be shut down again. So hopefully I can really lean into this podcast shit. This is my favorite thing to do. It's like my therapy. I recorded an episode like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I just didn't like the way I was talking. It sounded like kind of complainy. I don't know what I was complaining about, honestly, I forget. But I didn't like it, and I felt like if I posted it, I was gonna get, like, major shit for it. Like, why are you complaining? So, didn't post it. Now, I'm here today. What are my other updates? So, yeah, the last time I talked to you, I had, like, 300,000 on TikTok. Now I have, like, 680 something. It's ridiculous. And I've been getting, like, stage fright for posting sometimes because I have 2 totally different audiences. Like, one that has been with me since the beginning, and 2, like, this new one that had only followed me for, like, the Ash Trevino shit. And they were the ones that was, like, giving me shit on, like, my political stuff. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna follow someone, you should probably, like, know what they believe in, correct? If you're gonna follow someone, you should probably do, like, a little gander through their account first before you hit that follow button. Because, bitch, I am not the one. I am not the one. Not a MAGA fucking crazy person. Sorry, it's the blonde hair. It's literally the blonde hair and the blue eyes that throws people off, and they think I'm MAGA. I am not one of you bitches. Stay the fuck away. They're like, yes, we got one. She's white. Like, no. So, yeah, I've been, like, getting, like, weird commentary on, like, some of my political videos, like, whatever. I don't even care. I really do not care about, like, the, like, quote-unquote backlash that I get. It's just, like, mind-blowing that there are people like that in the world, and it really upsets me, and it gives me anxiety, makes me spiral, actually, that there are people that genuinely believe the things that they are saying to me. I'm like, there has to be rage. It has to be rage bait, right? No, wrong. There are people that are actually like that. So, yeah, that's something. That's really something. We're now how long into the Trump presidency? Like 2 months. 2 months too fucking long. Anyway, I don't even know if I want to talk politically today. I'm drained. I'm burnt the fuck out. But yeah, so major life, I want to talk about my whole life updates. I have so many life updates to tell you guys what I'm doing because my lease is coming up May 31st. So let me like catch you up to speed on everything that's happened to me up until like present day, and then I'll give you my plans moving forward on what the fuck I'm gonna do, okay? So recently, I've been back to Charleston like twice in the past month. I've like literally not been here at all. Like I have not been in my apartment for a minute because guess what? I got chin liposuction. Oh my god, the crowd goes fucking crazy. For some reason, this is like a really taboo, not for some reason, I get it, but like it's a very taboo subject. And I found myself being like flamed for it on my TikTok. But I want to explain the process to you. I literally was not even wanting to film videos or like do anything because I just hated my face. I've always had like this insecurity about like the pocket of I can't even touch my chin. It's like numb. Feels so weird. I've always had a pocket of fat underneath my chin, and no matter how like low my weight was, even when I was in like 6th grade, I still had it, and it was really annoying. And people would point it out, my friends would point it out, like boyfriends have pointed it out, so many people have pointed it out online, and it's like I don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't want to know, like I don't know, it was just a big insecurity of mine. So I essentially like in my mind, I was like, this is the same thing as getting a nose job. Like, people get nose jobs all the time. People get boob jobs all the fucking time. But for some reason, since it says liposuction, everyone, like, loses their mind and thinks it's, like, a crazy invasive procedure, which it wasn't. But I also don't want to, like, promote this to anybody. Nobody fucking needs this shit, seriously. This was just one thing that was so heavy on my mind that it made me, like, spiral. It was, like, OCD, like I could only ever think about that, and when someone was looking at me, like I know they're looking there, and like it was just super weird and obsessive, and I just wanted to feel more confident. So I got that done like 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, and it's still super swollen, and like I said, my chin is like really numb. It feels like someone else's skin. It actually does. And there's like a little like hardness right here because like the skin is like healing. I don't know if I'm even supposed to touch it. I don't like touching it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. But it was like a really, really easy surgery. Like apparently they do, you might be able to see it. One incision here, and then one on the bottom of my chin. It's like literally this big. And they have like essentially like a long needle that they like suck the fat out. I don't know. It's gross, but that's what they did. And I had to go under anesthesia. And for those who know I have major health OCD, like medical OCD, anything. Like regarding like contamination, getting sick, OCD, okay? So I also had been preparing myself for this since I was like 15 years old. I knew I was going to get this exact procedure because I found out what it was when I was 15. And so I'd been preparing myself for a good like fucking 12 years. Wait, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Not 12 years. I'm 22, whatever. I've just been preparing myself for a couple years now. And at first, I thought that it was going to be under local anesthesia, so I thought they were going to give me, like, a Xanax or something, and then I was just going to pass out, and, like, not pass out, but I thought they were going to give me a Xanax, and I was just going to be, like, super out of it, and then they were just going to do it, and I was just going to be, like, bleh, like, la la la, nothing. But no, they actually had to put me under anesthesia, and I only found that out, like, 2 months before, because she was like, oh, yeah, like, our doctors don't do it under local anesthesia, we only do it under general anesthesia. And I was so scared. I was so fucking freaked out when she told me that. I was like in my shower the like 2 weeks before, and I was like, holy shit, what if I die? Like, actually, what if I die? What happens? What happens when I die? Am I just gonna be like seeing, oh my god, if I talk about this, I'll have a panic attack, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I was like, what happened? And then I started like a whole different spiral. Like, what does happen after you die? Why does nobody know this? Or maybe they do know it and they're just not telling us. You guys have to know what the fuck happened. You guys. No, but like scientists have to know what happens after you die. I'm starting to get anxiety and I'm starting to not be able to breathe, so we're gonna cut that conversation short. But yeah, I started like freaking out, like what if I die on the operating table? And then I was like, no. It's just gonna be so easy, and they do this all the time. This is like the literal, like, this is the least invasive procedure that they do. They do like full body reconstruction, like after like car accidents and shit. Like they are not worried about my tiny little, it was done in 20 minutes. I was freaking out. It was done 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. I got there at 4. We did like my measurements, my weight, we took pictures, whatever, and I couldn't eat for like 8 hours before then. That was kind of like the hardest part, to be honest. My procedure was until 4, so I didn't eat all day, and I was like, oh my god, I could literally blow away in the wind right now. This is ridiculous. And I was like dizzy, so I was a little bit nervous. I always get dizzy. Guys, if I don't eat every 2 hours, I get so fucking dizzy. I don't know how you people do it. I don't know how I did it when I was a teenager. Like, girl, no. No. I don't know. I really don't know. I was talking to my friend the other day. I'm like, I cannot go more than 2 hours without eating, or else I start to shake and act like a fucking crazy person, and I'll rip your head off because I get angry and I need food immediately. And I plan everything around eating just so I know that, like, I'm full and happy and content. Whatever. So that was the hardest part for me. And then I got there. The doctors were so nice. The anesthesiologist was so nice. And as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh, I'm literally so chill for some reason. I was like, this is strange how chill I feel. And he was explaining to me, oh, I'm going to give you some anti-anxiety medication for you to, like, chill out first. And then it kind of just feels like you got really drunk. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they're gonna do, like, the anesthesia where you go to sleep, but there's not gonna be any breathing tube or anything. I was like, okay, I don't know. So we went up there, and he's playing a song. They were playing, like, I don't even know what they were playing. Some good playlist. I don't know if it was, like, 80s or 90s music, but it was really good. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna give you, like, the anxiety medication now. I said, okay. And everything was fine. I was talking to them. I'm like, oh, yeah, I live here, da-da-da. I was talking to them totally normally. And then I was like this, and he was doing my IV. I was talking to him, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as he hit the button for, like, the medication to go through, I went, whoa. I said that, and I looked at her, and I was like, oh my god, because I'm trying to explain it. I guess it was kind of like you were drunk, but, like, super fuzzy. Like, everything was fuzzy. Like, my whole body felt fuzzy, and she was, like, swaying, and I'm super scared of psychedelics. My actual worst fear, sorry, I always keep going on these little tangents. My worst fear is doing psychedelic drugs. I don't know why. I'm so scared of them. I'm so scared of mushrooms, so scared of acid. Like, that, to me, is my worst nightmare. I'd probably freak myself out so bad that I would jump out the window. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I would get so scared or spooked or see something or believe that, like, someone's possessed and, like, kill myself by accident. I don't know. That's what I think would happen if I ever were to do psychedelic drugs. Or, like, if I did ketamine, oh my god, bitch. I would jump out the window, and I know that because I've heard stories about people, like, tweaking the fuck out on, like, psychedelic drugs, and then they go crazy and they accidentally hurt themselves or kill themselves. So that would happen to me. So that's honestly what I was worried about when I was going into anesthesia. I'm like, I hope it's nothing like that. Like, I hope it's nothing, like, trippy. But no, it wasn't like that. Like, when I'm saying it was fuzzy and she was, like, swaying, it kind of was like vision when you're drunk or when you put on, like, drunk goggles. It was kind of like that. But I knew where I was, and it felt so good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what it was. Like, verse. My mom told me what it was. It was something with a V. She's a nurse, so she knew. And that only lasted for, like, 30 seconds. Then I was asleep. So I was like, damn, I got gypped. But I remember saying while I was like, ooh, I was like, I love this song. And I remember saying, I feel like I'm in Yellow Jackets. I feel like I'm in Yellow Jackets. You want to know the backstory about that? My favorite show is Yellow Jackets that I watch. And it's about a group of teenagers that crash their plane in the wilderness and they eat each other. So imagine, like, the doctor going online and Googling, like, Yellow Jackets after and I also was like, it's on Netflix. Most of it is not on Netflix, so whatever. But imagine the doctor looking up on Netflix, Yellow Jackets. Like, oh, Yellow Jackets, maybe my patient told me to watch Yellow Jackets. Or, like, my patient said something, she felt like she was in Yellow Jackets. He looks up Yellow Jackets, and it literally says, like, group of cannibals survive in the wilderness, lesbians. What do you mean you feel like you're in Yellow Jackets under anesthesia? Like, hello? And what I meant to say was there's this one scene in the show where, I'm not spoiling anything, where they're all taking, like, they all drank this poison mushroom or, like, poison root, and they're in the middle of the wilderness. They didn't know what to eat. They accidentally all drank mushroom tea or something. They were all tripping out and, like, tripping the fuck out. And that was, like, not a good scene either. That was, like, a horrific scene. It was, like, a scary trip. And I don't know why I said that I felt like that. But I said that. Like, what? And imagine the doctor going and watching that after I said that and was like, this is what she feels like? No. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. But, yeah, that's my favorite show, if anyone's wondering, is Yellow Jackets. But, yeah, then then I woke back up. They said, Brielle, you're awake. Brielle, you're done. And I woke up like the doctor said I was smiling ear to ear, like, actually. Because he did say that with patients, like, I don't know if anyone remembers when Ken Urich got her chin lipo, she, like, kind of had, like, a crooked smile like this for, like, a month or so. The doctor did say that can happen in, like, thinner patients. And I was like, oh, my God, you just call me thin. You just call me thin. And my doctor was hot. Sorry, I'm going to say it. My doctor was so hot. And even my mom said that. She came in with me to my post-op appointment, and she was like, whoa. He's, like, really attractive. I said, yeah, I know he makes me nervous. Whatever. And I don't say this about men. So take that as a compliment, Dr. Ohm. Love ya. But, yeah, what was I saying? What was I just saying? Oh, he said that I was thin. I was like, oh, period. And, yeah, then I woke up all smiles. He did say that you could have a crooked smile in thinner patients. That's what I meant to say. And I was like, okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen to me because I'll be kind of upset. But then I woke up, and instantly when I woke up, I was like, hopefully I can smile. So I guess I was just, like, cheesing to, like, make sure I could. And I was like, I can smile. Everyone's so nice. Some people wake up from anesthesia, like, throwing up and, like, really upset and distraught. Not me. I was happy as a fucking clam. And my dad recorded me. My dad took me, too, to the procedure because my mom was working. And my dad was recording me coming out in the wheelchair with my head all bandaged up. It was so fucking funny. And apparently he wasn't recording because he's a dad, and why would it work? You know what I mean? He was like, oh, maybe it's connected to Bluetooth, so it didn't work from his truck. I don't know. But he was holding the phone up to, like, try to record me, allegedly, and it, like, never saved to his camera roll, so that was unfortunate. I thought that was, like, going to be a really funny video, but and we don't have it. All we have is the witness accounts, me, my dad, and the nurses. They were like, wow, she's so happy. Like, this is the first time I've been this happy in a long time. Like, I was in such a good mood. And then when I went home, there was no pain. They literally gave me hydrocodone. I'm like, bitch, I'm not fucking taking that. I'm so against, like, taking painkillers because they're so addictive and you never know. Like, you literally never know if you could just, like, get addicted to them. Because you could, and I honestly don't know. Like, if that runs in the family, like, addiction does run in my family, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. So I'm not going to take any chances, not going to take any painkillers, because everyone always says, like, I would never get addicted to that. Da, da, da. You don't fucking know anything. You literally don't know anything. I watched a good docu-series, kind of. It was, like, not a documentary, but it was, like, actors acting like a real story. It was a true story, but it was actors acting like it. You know what I'm saying? It was like a show, but it was based on a true story. And it was called Oxy or something. Oh my god, that actually would have sucked ass. It stopped recording on my computer because, like, my computer storage was full, but I just had to delete some files. Holy shit, I only, like, went over by, like, a minute because I was looking at myself and not the computer. Okay, what I was saying was everyone needs to go watch the documentary on Hulu. It's called Dope Sick, and it's so fucking good. I watched it years ago with my ex-boyfriend, and I will never, ever forget it. It just shows how quickly addiction starts in people, and, like, oh my god, it's insane. And, like, as quickly as just me taking these painkillers for, like, a stupid procedure like this could lead me down, like, a road of addiction because it's just made that way. And the FDA, like, oh my god, there was, like, a black box label that was ignored, and it literally just, this one pharmaceutical company basically, like, hooked the entire United States of America on OxyContin because of, like, the lack of, they wanted to make money, and they, like, didn't put any warnings. They said that it wasn't addictive. They said that it wasn't, it didn't release into your bloodstream as quick as it does, so it raised dopamine levels. It, like, got, whatever. It was such a good watch. Everyone needs to go watch it. Dope Sick on Hulu. But yeah, so when I got the procedure done, I literally got home, no pain at all. No pain at all. I maybe took 2 Tylenol within, like, the first 8 hours. Didn't take pain medicine, was totally fine. It was so easy. And wasn't nauseous, like, was so good. Came home, ate a Greek bowl, and then, like, went to sleep. And the only annoying thing was I had to wear, like, the wrap that they gave me, like, the big gauze wrap for 2 days. And then I could switch it with, like, the chin strap that I have now, which I have still been wearing, like, to bed. So it was really easy, and it's definitely not where it needs to be. Like, apparently, like, the final result, I can't touch it, it freaks me out. The final result was, like, 3 months, so it's still swollen and, like, healing and whatever the fuck. But I'm great. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, I did that. That was my most recent thing. And then, like, while I was home, I was basically just, like, watching TV and movies and stuff with my parents. I watched Oppenheimer for the first time, and it was so good with my dad. I know a lot of people said that it was slow, but I didn't think so at all. It honestly blew my mind. Like, I can't believe there are people out there that study fucking, what is it called? It's, like, not, what the fuck is it called? Oh my god. What is it called? The study, oh my god. The study of, I'm Googling it because I don't want to look stupid. Like, the study, they were studying. And it was like, oh my god, this is so annoying. I sound like such an idiot. What was it called? Like, not quantum mechanics. Oh my god, that's the word. I couldn't think of it. I can't believe people just study quantum physics and quantum mechanics. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what, like, it goes right over my head. But Albert Einstein, sometimes I just think that I shouldn't be able to talk. Not every white bitch needs a microphone, me sitting here in the microphone. But I agree. We all don't need podcasts. I probably don't need one, that's for sure. But I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, Albert Einstein was in it, and he's such a cutie. I had such a hyperfixation on Albert Einstein when I was younger because he's just so smart and cute and, like, silly. He's just such a silly guy. Oh, my God. If I could, like, have dinner with anyone dead or alive, I would want Albert Einstein to be there. He was so cool. You know that one picture of him like this with his tongue out? Oh, my God. I love Albert Einstein. Anyway. Yeah, so that's my main update. Like, literally stayed at home. That was like not even 2 weeks ago. And I've just been here doing, like, I went to an Urban Outfitters event. I've been getting invited to more events, guys, which is really, really crazy. Oh, I didn't tell you, right before I went home for my chin, I went to a red carpet event, which was the premiere for the 0 Day movie with Robert De Niro. Or not the movie, it was a show. It's a limited series on Netflix. It's so good. If you guys haven't watched it, it's so good. And I was invited to that. I don't know how they got my name, but it was literally like one of the Netflix girls like reached out to me, and I was so honored, so honored. But it was like a cocktail attire event, so I knew it was like gonna be fancy. And I invited Danacy as my plus one because she always invites me as her plus one, and it was just so good to be able to, like, return the favor. And we went to this, like, across the street from the Plaza Hotel in New York City is this theater. What is it called? The Paris Theater. God, I'm, like, blanking. And we watched the first episode of the show, and it was so fun and so cool. And then afterwards, we went to this fucking party. It was unreal. It was, oh, so this is what the rich people do type party. Like, I was so out of place, but I felt so in place because I dressed the part, okay? I rented a dress on Pickle, which is kind of like Rent the Runway, but it's like a storefront in New York City. I rented the fuck out of that dress, and I also rented, like, these Gucci slingback heels. They were so good. I got multiple compliments on them throughout the night, and we were, like, mingling, whatever. Every single person in that place, like, was an actor or, like, something, and I have so much more respect for actors than I do pretty much anyone else because that is work. Like, they are putting in the fucking work to become a whole different person just to, like, for our entertainment. It's crazy, so impressive. I saw so many actors. I saw Amanda Seyfried. How do you pronounce her last name? Mamma Mia. You know. Mamma Mia, and also known as My Bi-Awakening in Jennifer's Body. Yeah, oh my God, no, I love her. Amanda Seyfried, I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's like spelled Seyfried, but it's not. James Marsden, who's so fucking hot, and also the star of a movie, or a show that I'm watching now, Paradise. I finished it, so good. He was there. Everyone was there. There was, like, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. He was there. Angela Bassett was there. Connie Brighton was there. They all, like, were just there hanging out, and it was just, like, a bunch of actors and, like, producers and directors. I felt like, oh my God, I'm in such a, like, a high-end place. I've never been in an event like that. There was no influencers there. I don't know how the fuck we ended up on the list for the after party. I have genuinely no idea. And it was all, like, they had people coming around with, like, the fucking plates, like, servers coming around with, like, hors d'oeuvres. I was so shocked. Catered by Carbone. People were coming around with, like, martinis that were, like, labeled and flavored, like, to the show, like, according to the show, and it was just, like, the coolest experience. Honestly, like, I will never forget that night. That was so much fun. And we met, like, some girls that were, like, kind of our age. We met, like, a couple girls that had acted before. Someone was on Shameless, and Shameless is literally, like, my favorite show, and, like, most of the people there were, like, in the show at some capacity, so I still don't know how the fuck we ended up there, but it was awesome. I posted some clips of it, or I think it's pinned on my TikTok, like, come with me to the event, and then you can see how fucking crazy it was. It was, like, decked the fuck out, and we were on top of the Seagrams building in New York, which used to be the Four Seasons Hotel, so it's, like, this huge banquet room with, like 2 floors, and then, like, a big pool in the middle. It was insane. But yeah, I met James Marsden, and I told him, I've watched Enchanted about 100 times, or like 1,000 times, something I said, because I love Enchanted. That's, like, my favorite fucking movie. And he was like, oh, it's good to know, like, my face is still the same, or something like that. I'm like, your face is perfect. I didn't say that. But I was like, yeah. Oh, he was just so hot. I don't know. Like, I was flustered, and I don't even like men like that, but I just love him. He was, like, my first crush in Enchanted when he was the prince. He's just such a cutie. But yeah, So that happened, and that was like a crazy, crazy experience, whatever. So I just am feeling like on top of the world, to be honest, even though I feel like I'm limited with TikTok probably going away. Hopefully I can really just like lean into YouTube and my podcast. Hopefully, I mean, I don't even know if people like this. I really don't fucking know if people like this podcast at all. But I guess this is just something that I'm doing right now, and I guess we'll find out. I just need to be like more consistent with it, I think. But yeah, so that's that. Let me look at my phone and see what the main things that I was gonna talk about today. Oh, my upcoming trip. Oh, my fucking health. I forgot to tell you. I last like a couple months ago, it feels like so long ago, but it wasn't. I went to the doctor because I felt so sick like all the time. I just am used to not feeling good because I've never felt good my whole life. I just am used to feeling really tired and dizzy and nauseous and headaches and breaking out, but it was like on a different level. Like my skin was like crazy. It was obviously trying to tell me something. My body was like weak. It was just the worst. I've lost so much muscle tone. I like kind of lost a little bit of weight. It was weird. And so I went to the doctor. And apparently I thought I was going to be anemic, which like wouldn't be any surprise because I don't eat red meat. It freaks me out. I have, you know how I am. I have I'm like contamination. I'm like, what if it's raw? What if I get sick? Whatever. So I don't even eat red meat. I only eat chicken. So I was expecting them to be like, yeah, you're anemic and you need iron transfusions. And I was prepared for that. They told me my iron is through the roof, like bad. Like you should not have this much iron in your blood. And if that happens, you can go into like sepsis or something. I don't even know. Organ failure, I guess, because like you can't have too much iron in your body without like filtering it out. So apparently I have a genetic blood disorder that nobody in my fucking family has. They all are just carriers of the gene, and I just so happen to be the lucky one that has the like fucking disorder. Awesome. So essentially, like, I had to get my blood drawn every 3 months to check my iron levels, like, for the rest of my fucking life. And if it's too high, then I have to donate blood, like a pint of blood at a time. And it's just like really making me squeamish because I hate blood. I hate needles. Everything freaks me out. So that's awesome. And my brother got tested. My sister got tested. They all are just carriers. So they don't have the symptoms except I do. So yeah, but I'm feeling a little bit better now because at least I know what it is. And I got so much blood taken from like those tests going back and forth. I literally had to redo it like 5 times. So I think I feel better because they took so much blood out of me. But yeah, that's that. And then I'm also gluten-free now because they told me I was negative celiac for the blood test, but if they think I'm like non-celiac gluten sensitivity, NCGS, they'll just tell you to cut gluten out for a couple weeks or like a month and then see how you feel. And every time I cut it out, I feel so much better, and I'm not nauseous after I eat, and I'm not bloated out to fucking here. I thought that was normal. I was like, oh my god, so quirky. I just bloat so much. Like, I look like I'm pregnant. No, it was painful bloating, and I thought that was normal. It's not normal, by the way. So now that I don't eat gluten, I feel so much better. It's just kind of annoying, like, going out to eat, because that was my favorite thing to do, is go out to eat, and like now I have to be like kind of careful, which is annoying. Like, I know I'm not gonna die, and I'm not like, I don't know for sure that I'm not celiac, because the only way to rule that out is by getting like a biopsy, I think, or like a colonoscopy. I don't even know, actually. I could be totally wrong, because the blood tests aren't that accurate, but I don't have to worry about like cross-contamination as of right now. I just like get things without gluten in it. Like, I just get gluten-free stuff. So it's been all right, but it's just like annoying having to go be like, do you have any gluten-free options? Like, shut the fuck up. It just probably sounds like I'm being like annoying, but it's because I actually like get sick and I don't fucking feel good ever when I eat it. And it's like I get brain fog and exhaustion. Like, the other week I ate gluten again and I get rashes. Oh yeah, I get a gluten rash all over my chest, and ever since I stopped eating gluten, it goes away. I haven't had it since. So yeah, definitely am at least gluten intolerant or allergic to wheat or whatever the fuck. I need to go to the allergist, but my mom said maybe let's not do that while your chin is healing, because like, maybe don't do that. The fuck. So yeah, that's that update. That's my health update. It's like nothing really major. I mean, I guess that is pretty major, but like, it's whatever. You don't have to worry about me. But okay. Now I want to talk about like my trips coming up. Okay. I don't know if you guys know, I literally make all my friends online. Like, it's so funny. All my friends I have met through TikTok that live here. Like, I have like internet friends that are like all over the place, because like every influencer you guys know, like I said that in loose quotations because not the annoying ones, I love. Like, I'm friends with a lot of like the niche ones. So Next, so in May, it's now March, I'm planning on going to visit Marina. I don't know if you guys know, you probably do. She's like popping right now on TikTok, which is amazing. I'm so happy for her. She drives like a classic car, and her username is Elvis Lover, and she always goes and gets like Dunkin' or like, what's it called, Dutch Bros. She's like literally so cute, and we've been like texting, and we wanted to plan a trip before she even knew that she was going to do this. And so she booked an Airbnb for the month of May in Grand Cayman, like the Cayman Islands, and she's like, please come, whatever. So I think I'm gonna do a weekend in May because my birthday's in May. I'm almost like, we're almost 100% positive that it's gonna happen. It's like really on me to book it, so I just need to FaceTime her so she can like tell me how to do it and book wherever they're going and get transportation. But it's gonna be me and her for like 3 days in Cayman Islands, and the content will be so fun because she's so fucking funny. Like, I think that we would just get along so well, and I act exactly the way that you see me online. Like, if anything, I'm a little bit more chill in person. Like, I'm not as annoying as I am online, but like personality-wise, humor-wise, I'm exactly the same. So I'm so excited to do that. But before that, next month for sure, 100%, in April, the 7th to the 11th, me and my best friend, that's literally been my best friend since 7th grade. She was my first friend when I moved to Charleston. We both moved to Charleston coincidentally at the same time, both from different towns in New Jersey. Weird as fuck. Like fate, meant to be. We competitive cheered our whole life together. Like, we've done everything together. Her and I, for her birthday, she's turning 23. And I'm not going to be able to see her on her actual birthday. Her birthday is this week. But I have a voucher, like a flight voucher, that I can use to cover both of our plane tickets to the Virgin Islands. We're going to go to St. Thomas. And we found an Airbnb that's going to be like $600 each for each of, like, it's going to be $600 in total. I'm paying $600 and she's paying $600 for like the whole 5 days. And then otherwise we're just going to need money for like food and like taking like excursions and stuff. So really, really, really like lucky, like $600 essentially for a whole vacation. Probably gonna end up being like $1,000, but for a 5-day vacation is like crazy and really good. So I wanted to do that for her birthday, so we're doing that, and I'm so fucking excited because she's the only one that matches my humor. You guys know when you have like a friend that you grow up with that just matches your humor 100%. She's always riffing. Like, if we had a podcast, it would be so funny. Well, at least to us it would be funny. Like, just the funniest, like the stupidest shit we'll find funny. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, a random sound, we'll just look at each other and like burst into tears. Like, we just get it. Like, she just gets it. And it's solely because we grew up together. So our humor is literally based off of each other and like our experiences that we went through together as a kid. Like, no wonder people don't get my humor a lot, and I get really aggravated. I'm like, how do you not like understand what I find funny, or like, why do you not find why do you not think that's funny? And I do. Like, I'll send her the most we always used to just send random things, no context. Like, I think that's so funny. I'll just send like a random fucking picture or like a random like anything, no context. Like, and we'll just send it to random people in like our contacts, and I just think that's like so funny. I don't know. You have to just be there. You just got to be there. Sorry, that's all I can say. But yeah, so hopefully the vlog with her will be so funny and fun, and I'm gonna vlog on YouTube the whole trip because that's gonna be so crazy. We vlogged together once when she came to the city the first time she came to visit me. We vlogged, and I thought that was a really funny vlog. She's the one that I have matching tattoos with, but I feel like we are just really funny when the camera's not rolling. So I'm gonna try to like get our personalities to show more. And that's why I like this podcast and I like YouTube more, because my personality shows a lot more than it does on TikTok. Like, how much personality can you fit in a 1-minute video? You know what I mean? How funny can you really be in a 1-minute video? You know? It's not like I'm trying to be funny, but like, how can I really show my personality if it's such a short amount of time? So I really do want to like continue expanding into YouTube and my podcast, because this is so much fun for me. It's literally like therapy for me, and now I feel so much more confident in the way I look. Like, I don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna cut that out because like my chin looks, I'm a fucking psycho. I'm a psycho, sorry. Like, I just said it and it's like ridiculous. I am insecure, and that's just what it is. So whatever, what are you gonna do? Sue me? Like, I don't know. I talk a lot about like everyone being so secure and confident in themselves because I want other people to feel confident and secure, because I know where it comes from. Like, it comes from deep insecurity, and like that's rooted in me too. I'm not fucking immune to it. So yeah, that's my little spiel on that. But I'm just feeling like I really want to pursue like all of this stuff, and I really want to like get on top of it, because I feel like sometimes I just miss the mark all the time. Like when I was like blowing up for that stupid ass Ashley Trevino shit, like it comes and goes so quickly, it ebbs and flows so quickly. You can have an amazing video and like go so viral, and then it doesn't, like if you're not doing that exact format over and over again, it's not going to get views. And if I were to sit down right now, put up my camera and talk about Ash Trevino, I would get views again, because it knows exactly what audience to push it out to. It's just weird, like algorithm things. Like even if you blow up once trying a food, then you got to keep going with the food content, so that like the algorithm knows who to feed it to. But since I stopped doing those Ashley updates, my views kind of went down, which sucks, and it like makes me kind of insecure. And I've been a little bit insecure about like my content, because I'm like, okay, what's not doing well? Like, why is it not doing well? And then I get all in my head, like, holy shit, people only like me when I'm talking shit, or like people only like me when I'm talking about someone else. But that's not true. Like, they like the way I talk, they like the way I tell stories. So I guess they're just not feeding the right people my stuff. And I don't know. Sometimes people don't get my humor. Sometimes people don't think. They think I'm annoying or like complaining and whatever, and that's not my cross to bear. All right, I can't fucking explain to you if I'm funny or not, or if I'm being satirical or not, which people never understand when I'm being fucking satirical. I could say something so outlandish and just say it with a straight face, and people still won't understand that that's satire. Like, that's not on me. I can't teach you guys this. Like, you guys got to go to like an improv acting class and like learn what like different levels of humor is. You know what I mean? I don't know. I thought we all learned this in English class. I'm pretty sure we learned satire in like 8th grade English, but whatever. So yeah, that's that. I've just been a little bit like, I don't know, what to post, what not to post, and like what hits, what doesn't. That's just always like, that's always the thing. And then you feel insecure, like, oh my god, everyone else is doing so well, or like, oh shit, this person is like posting they are posting something that's similar than mine, and now nobody's gonna like my stuff anymore. It's just like weird social media things. I feel like a lot of time people think that like when you post and like you accidentally go viral or whatever, like a lot of people think that you get like handed it. Like for me, I have so many followers, but a lot of the time my videos don't go over like 10,000 views, because, or like even less. Like, it's weird. And you would assume, like, I thought you guys liked me. Like, why is there no views on this? It's just, like, stupid algorithm stuff, so I can't really take it too personally, but it is kind of, like, frustrating, because you'll see someone that's doing your exact talking, like, everything, or saying the exact same thing that you did, and they're just in, like, or wearing the exact same thing that you did, and they're in, like, a really nice, like, high-rise apartment, and it's like, well, my video might have done better if I was richer or prettier or skinnier or whatever. It's just like that's just how it is on the internet, I guess. And every time I talk to other influencers, they feel the same way. Like, and I can't even complain, because I'm a white blonde girl, and I can't even imagine like how much more it's suppressed for like black creators, because they never get shown as much as the white creators. Like, a black creator, like, oh my god, a black woman can wear the exact same outfit as a white girl and post essentially in the exact same location, and the white girl's always gonna get the hype more. Like, that's so sick, but that is literally how the algorithm works. So now we have to combat it by like, everybody needs to know this. Like, I hope you guys know that. If you didn't know that, then that's how it works. So every time you see like a person of color creator, like, make sure you're hyping them up. Like, make sure you're liking, reposting, and commenting, because we want the algorithm to change. We don't want to be fed the same fucking shit all the time. And that's kind of what's going on right now. This whole discourse, this stupid fucking discourse. Are the New York City influencers annoying? And I know exactly the subtype of person that she's talking about. She's talking about all the girls that post honestly the exact same thing, and they all go to Pilates and they get coffee and they do whatever. And that is true. They do all post that, and it does work for them, obviously. Like, obviously they have hundreds of thousands of views on purpose. Like, it's not obviously not boring for everybody, but some people think it's boring. That's whether or not I think it's boring doesn't really fucking matter. But I know exactly what the girl was talking about, and she's saying, like, we're bored of that. We want diversity. We want different people on our For You page, different content, just different shit. And the only way that that's ever going to happen is if you guys, like, go and give love to people and, like, share and support and follow people that are not that same subtype, because it's not going to fucking change if nobody is following the other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even, like, grouping myself in either basket, but, like, you're not going to see it change unless you guys are actively, like, following and diversifying your shit on purpose, like, purposefully. I don't know. Sometimes I'll click on people's following and it's literally all white people. And it, like, really concerns me. It's like white straight girls or like white straight guys. I'm like, holy shit, that must not be very funny. Like, all the people of color that I follow on my free page are like really a lot funnier than the white people. I'm being so dead serious. And like, there's no gay, you don't follow gay people. Like, I need to talk to a gay person. That's how I feel all the time. I don't know. So whatever, but that's like the discourse that's going on right now. So I guess, yeah, people, but even me, like, I do compare myself to those New York City boring influencers because their shit works. Like, they found the niche and it works. It hits for them, you know, but it wouldn't for me because my life's not aesthetic and I could never even replicate that even if I tried. And I don't go to Pilates and I don't have an all-white, stark, beige, millennial fucking kitchen that always does well. Or, like, I don't have those fancy-ass cups and glass straws from, like, Crate & Barrel. I don't have that, but I do have myself and I do have my voice, and that's all I can really say for myself, and I'm happy about that. It is what it is. I just have to, like, figure out, like, get in my groove. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. The New York City influencer, like, stupid-ass discourse is stupid. But, yeah. Let's think about anything else. Dating? Did I tell you guys that I was, like, casually dating before? I, like, have been doing, like, casual dates. Like, I've been going on dates just for the plot to say that I did. And I just really am struggling because I am whatever the opposite of boy crazy is, it's me. Like, I genuinely thought that I was asexual for, like, the first, like, years before, like, in high school. I was like, there's no way there's something wrong with me, because I had a boyfriend freshman year of high school, did not want to do anything with him, like, didn't want to kiss him, didn't want to hold his hand, didn't want him to touch me. Sorry, this is, like, a really totally different topic. We just switched really quickly, but whatever, we're gonna get into it. I didn't want really anything to do with him, and I was only dating him because, I feel so bad, hopefully he doesn't see this, but I was only dating him because my other two friends were dating, like, his friends. And honestly, they were kind of, like, the same. My best friend was kind of the same. She was like, I don't really like him. I don't want him to touch me. Like, same shit. So I felt, like, a little bit better. But, like, even just kissing him, like, I didn't want to do that at all. And I remember, like, my first kiss was very forced, and I did not want to do it. And I think it, like, gave me a bad, like, experience for after the fact. So I was, like, 14 or 15. And then after that, I was like, I literally don't want anything to do with boys. Like, I don't want to talk to boys. I would occasionally, like, flirt with them, I guess, like, for fun, because I liked the attention. But I never hooked up with anybody. Like, all throughout high school, I, like, didn't hook up with anyone. Didn't just, like, randomly kiss people. Like, I don't know. I just had no fucking desire to, like, talk to men or, like, deal with boys. So I've been like this my whole life. I really have. And some people are, like, on this wave now of, like, not being interested in dating or not being interested in talking to men, but I've always been like that. And the reason why then, like, I truly believe that if I didn't meet my boyfriend when I did, I would have probably been single until now. Like, I don't think I would have ever had a boyfriend, but I loved my boyfriend, like, so much, like, my ex. I really did. And that's when I was like, oh, maybe there's not something wrong with me, because I do really love him. So I just randomly, like, we just met. He was my friend, and I just thought he was really funny, and we were friends for, like, a little bit, but he always liked me. And it all happened really quickly. I feel like I went to prom with him, like, as friends, but he was, like, he liked me at the time, and I was like, oh, maybe I like him, whatever. And then we ended up dating, like, a month later. But I remember I really did like him, and I was obsessed with him for so long. Like, that's why we dated for so long. I was fucking obsessed. I would have died for him. I would have thrown myself in front of a fucking car for him. I'm so serious. Like, I would have, and I've said this, and I can't even imagine myself being obsessed with somebody like this anymore. And it makes me a little bit sad, because I feel like that lover girl in me is, like, not there anymore. I really don't know, like, what my sexuality is or, like, what has happened to me. But, like, thinking back to the fact that I would have sacrificed my whole fucking life for him truly is astonishing that was me, you know? Like, I compartmentalize myself so much that I can't even, like, remember that was actually me. I did that. That was how I felt. But it gives me a little bit of hope that I can find somebody that I like. But I've been, like I said, casually dating, just going on a couple dates, and I just don't like anybody. Like, I really don't. And I just don't have the desire to text back and forth all day. Like, I ghost everybody because I'm a piece of shit. I really am. But, like, I don't have the desire to, like, talk to a man or, like, hang out with a man. Why would I want to hang out with a man if I could hang out with my friends? Why the fuck? And maybe it's something that I need to unpack. And I think I was traumatized by the end of my last relationship. Like, it really did traumatize me, and I knew it was never going to be the same. I've said that. I said whenever we were breaking up, I was like, this is going to fuck me up. Like, I am never going to be the same. And, like, after what happened, like, it was such a messy, like, end of the relationship. Were we broken up? Were we not? What the fuck happened? I don't know. It really, really fucked me up, truly. Like, I can't believe I've been single for, like, a year. I can't believe I've lived here this whole time and, like, I've been single this whole time. Like, it's crazy. But it's just not me. I don't know. I can't do hookups. Like I've tried, and I like, the next day I feel, like, disgusting, and I don't know why I feel like that. I don't know. But I've just known that I've forced myself to do a lot of things that I shouldn't do if I don't want to, essentially, and always regretted it. So I'm just kind of on, like, my no men phase, because I don't ever talk to them. Like, I don't want to talk to them in my free time. I don't have any guy friends, because why would I want to be friends with a guy again? Like, the other day, my friend, who's lesbian, was talking to me, and she was like, oh yeah, like, my friend has a boyfriend. I was like, why? Oh my god, no, why? And then I said to myself, maybe that's not an appropriate reaction. Maybe we should unpack why I think that. Because essentially, when everyone tells me that whenever someone tells me that they have a boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, no. Why? Why would you ever do that? That's genuinely, like, where my brain goes. And that's something that I need to unpack. Because I always just immediately go to, like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're so sorry? Like, if I was so... Oh my god. I can't. But I do only know one guy that is, like, one of my friend's boyfriends is, like, the only boyfriends that I like. Like, my best friend, the one with the mesh tattoos that I'm gonna be with in, like, a month on our trip, she's the only one that has a boyfriend that I actually love, and that I can actively say, like, not all men. But maybe it's because he's not white. I don't know. I think just white men in general, I'm just like, you have experienced zero oppression, so I can't talk to you. Like, you have experienced no... That's, like, such a big generalization for me to say, but that's what my brain goes to, and I don't know what the fuck. I need to really, like, unpack that in therapy, because, like, I can't be thinking that everybody is so bad. Whatever. Maybe I can. I don't give a fuck. I can be a misandrist. I am a misandrist. And you know what? Misandry is rooted in fucking facts and statistics. Misogyny is not. Misandry is because every time I think of a man, I just think of all the pain and trauma that he's inflicted on other people. Or, like, what if he, like, I just think about all the statistics about, like, domestic violence and, I just can't. Like, all the violence against women, I think it's just really taken a toll on me, honestly. And it's just really turned me off of, like, dating random men, because, like, who the fuck are you? Like, actually, who the fuck are you? I feel like, you know how Little Rascals used to be my favorite movie? You know how Little Rascals would be like, I'm a he-man woman hater. But I feel like that, but the opposite. I'm a she-girl man hater. That's how I feel. Also, that's kind of crazy for, like, a 4-year-old to make a 4-year-old say that in a movie. That was my favorite movie. Little Rascals was my favorite movie for years. And now I'm just realizing how weird that is. For them to make them, like, hate women and have a club. It was like they were, like, 4 or 5-year-old kids all had a club just so that they could hate women. But they were literally babies. Who the fuck wrote that? Who the fuck put that out there in the universe, that little boys create clubs to hate women? What the fuck? But then it all goes good in the end, and they all, like, Darla. Oh my god. The little baby sleepover when it's Darla and all her friends, and it's like, ew, boys are gross. They burp and they fart and whatever. That is me. That is so me. Aw, I need to watch that movie again. Even though, yeah, that's crazy that somebody wrote that for little boys to listen to. But it does have a good lesson in the end, so whatever. Holy shit. It's getting late. Oh my god, my roommate is on her way home, and we're going to Wine Wednesday, so I need to wrap this shit up. But, okay. I love you guys so much. My friend just texted me, would you eat a yogurt that expired 2 days ago? Like, I don't know. No, yeah, I wouldn't. I have a contamination OCD. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Let me know. Drop any comments or questions or whatever you want me to talk about in the next episode. Hopefully I can start doing this at least every 2 weeks, but if not, every month. I don't know. I really wish I could do it every week, but it's just really hard for me. But who knows? Maybe I will start doing it every week. If this, like, does well, I don't know. Okay, love you guys so much. Thank you for listening, and I will see you again in my next episode. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye!